I will have to wait for 1 to 2 minutes because
Good morning, ma'am.
morning children. All those who are attending live class, attend. I'm going to continue with the explanation of Act 3, Scene 1. Let me complete the explanation. Get ready, stop writing anything. When I'm explaining, please make it a habit of noting down important points of the lecture. This habit you must develop from now itself because once step up school, nobody is going to ask you to write down. The professor or the lecturer will come, deliver the lecture, leave the class. If you want to, or if you want to score marks, then it is your responsibility. Note down. You will not be fed, no spoon feeding hereafter, means after 12. So those who have already attended of 11A, you can also open your textbooks and explanation once again. And in case if any doubts you are having related to Act 3 or you can ask. I begin the class. Be attentive. Page 94 onwards, I have to begin. Pay attention, all of you. I have to begin the explanation from page 4. It is line number 91. The question asked by Ferdinand, where or weep you? Ferdinand is asking this question, wherefore weep you, which means why are you weeping? This question is being asked Miranda. To this question, she gives the reply. What is the reply? At mine unworthiness that dare not offer what I deserve to give, and much less take what I shall die to. But this, and it seeks to hide itself. The shows hence bashful cunning, and prompt me plain and holy innocence. I am your wife if you will marry me. If not, I will die a maid to be your. You may deny me, but I will be your servant or no. Now let's discuss this verse in detail. Verse, Miranda is giving a response to the query of, and when she is giving the response about, or she is making a reference about unworthiness, inability. Okay, find unworthiness that offer what I desire to give. So she is desirous to give. Give what? To support Ferdinand. Give a supporting hand to Ferdinand. Second, express her love. She is for all this. She to do that. Why she is unable to fulfill her wish? You have to keep in mind the promise that she has made to her father. Okay, so that's why in a very her inability for her, for which she is not being able to fulfill. Further, she is saying, and much state what I shall die to want. So in this line, she means to say that she wants to take something without which she would die. Now, take something is only related to Ferdinand's love. Okay. But this is trifling. Trifling, and all the more it seeks to hide itself, the bulk it shows. Now, this is trifling is actually related to the one which appears to the talk between the two is an idle talk. Okay, and what is being told here? The more I try to hide my life, not hide various ways of expressing the love. The love can be expressed words, it can be expressed by gestures, it can be expressed. Okay, so various as far as Miranda is concerned, she says that she is not able to express, not able to hide her love. She's not able to hide her love. Hence, bashful cunning. Now, always remember, I'm not repeat every now and then a phrase ending with exclamation mark is actually exciting the astonishment or the surprise. So, hence, bashful cunning and prompt me plain and whole. So, this line means that she is making a reference to the cunning display of bashfulness. She plain and holy innocence. As far as innocence is concerned, it is represented or it is depicted to be pure and sacred. You take an example of a child. You take an example of a child from a day-to-day life. Don't you say the child is very innocent? What do you notice in that? You simplicity of the child, you notice the purity of the child, and you are also aware of the fact that children are considered to be sacred. Purity, simplicity, and sacredness. These are the three terms that you have to keep in mind, which is being represented word holy innocent. Okay? She says here, I'm your wife if you will marry me. If not, I will die. Now she's saying, if I am able to marry you, I will be the wife. Otherwise, I will maid. Okay. Now always throughout the play, wherever um, Miranda at this particular moment, wherever it is the expression of love related to love or marriage of Miranda, you always have to keep in mind the virginity of Miranda. Okay, virginity of Miranda means you have to keep in mind that she is approximately of years. Okay, then it's being told you that I will die your maid. To be your fellow, you may deny me. So if you refuse to marry me, I will be your servant, whether you will or you want me to be the servant or not. Miranda is ready to be servant of Ferdinand at any cost. Okay, friend. Ferdinand will never accept Miranda as his servant. So you are having the word mistress and dearest used for. So it's told here, my dearest, my mistress, dearest, and I thus humble ever. So I thus humble ever reflects here that he is ready to be the servant of Miranda forever. Miranda, my husband then. Will you be my husband? Another question is being asked because he says here, I will always be humble to you. Now, always keep in mind humbleness over here. Now, since the conversation is related to the lover and the beloved, and they're talking about the idol, they are talking about the love. So, the question which is arisen over here, or which is uttered over here by Miranda, is to inquire whether Ferdinand would be her husband or not. And then he gives the reply with a heart as willing as born of freedom. Here's my hand. So here he is giving the heart and hand both. He is giving the heart and hand. Okay, so wholeheartedly. Now when he says heart and hand, here's my hand, my heart. So this is actually reflecting the fact that with his wholeheartedness, he is doing the work. He is doing this only to get the freedom. So wholeheartedly he involves himself in, or committedly he is doing to get the freedom. And when he says, here's my hand, that means hand is being offered in order to, you offer what when you want to shake hands. Now there are two occasions when you shake hands. One is when you meet a person and greet a person. In our culture, we join our hands and we greet a person. English culture, they shake the hands to greet, or kissing of the hand. These are the ways in which a person greets another. So it's being told over here, here is my hand. Now here it is being told that he is wholeheartedly, and he is giving his, in a way you can say that he is offering his hand and heart as a consent for. Okay. Further it is being told, and mind with the heart in it. And now farewell till. So in this verse line of Miranda, it is being told that here is my hand with my heart in it. So hand over here is being offered by Miranda to bid farewell, and heart is being offered for the expression of acceptance. For the expression of acceptance. Okay, and then he's saying she's saying till half an hour. For half an hour, these two will be separated. And they will then a thousand other in reference to that of 1,000 times. Okay, then exeunt Miranda and Ferdinand severally. Prospero then says, so glad of this as I cannot be, who are surprised withal, but my rejoicing at nothing can be more. I will to my book, for yet a supper time must I perform much business appertain. Now this is the concluding speech of the scene. Okay, in which it is being told that Prospero is glad to see that the two lovers are together. The two lovers are together. He is glad to see that. And then it is being told over here about who are surprised withal. So surprised withal means he is also glad to see, besides love, these two lovers are surprised of the unexpected development. Okay, but my rejoicing at nothing more. So it's being told here in this line that Prospero's rejoicing is concerned, happiness is concerned. What is most important for him? That these two have fallen in love. This is what is the priority given in the scene, no? the scene is the love, nothing more than that. So nothing more than the two falling in love at this particular moment in the scene is more important for Prospero. Then I will do my book. A supper much business from. So half an hour, there is separation for half an hour. So for that half an hour, what is he going to do? He's going to be busy with his books. So that when again half an hour they supper. The plan. So it is being told over here that he will have to work to complete on the plan that has to be executed. So that's why he is spending half an hour before they could meet again at the supper and it's the evening meal, not the dinner, not the meal that has been had at night. It is something around 6:37. The supper is being had. Evening time meal is called as the supper. Okay, with this the scene comes to an end. Now just go through the lines of the entire scene, and whichever is not clear to you, you may ask. Those who are online can also go through the scene and message to me for the clarification of your doubts. And with this, the syllabus of your half-yearly examination is over. So now we are going to, of Tempest is over. Or poetry also, I think we have completed 3 poems. Stories also 3 are over. So we'll be doing the revision now. Yes. Uh, Naman Gupta. Symmetry sign is for surprise. Yes, it is exciting surprise. Line number 50, page 92. Just a minute. You mean to ask this line, Pradyu? The harmony of their tongues? Confirm it?
Yes, ma'am.
Now listen to the explanation. I'm explaining, I'm taking into consideration. I'm taking into consideration the words before also to make it clear to you. Full many a lady I have eyed with best regard. Now, in this, he making a reference to the Ferdinand having seen many ladies with attention, and many a time their tongues had into bondage. So harmony of the to the melodious voice of the ladies who with whom he was uh, attracted, or the ladies who attracted his attention. So many a time melodious voices have also attracted the attention of Ferdinand. Okay, brought mind to diligent ear. Attentive. So it's told over here that he became more attentive when he was attracted, when his attention was attracted with the melodious of the ladies who tried to extract his attention. Is it clear, Pradyum?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Pradyum, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I take from the students of 11th grade. I have given some questions. Of course, I will upload in the group also. You can copy. What was I discussing? Question 2, we have already completed. Question. Huh?
We have not started discussion.
I have not started the anyways. So these are 5 questions that I have given. Object questions. You can note it down there. Fast in writing. All of you note down the objective type question. All those who are present online. Question. Simultaneously discuss the answers also. Why is Miranda extremely sad in Act 3, Scene 1? What is the reason for sadness of Miranda in Act 3, Scene 1?
Cannot express us.
The answer for this question will be, it is not acceptable for Miranda to see Ferdinand working as a slave. That brings sadness. You can frame the answer own words. I'm just points. So cause of sadness is her lover working slave. Then second question is, what is the wish of Miranda to save Ferdinand from the slavish? What did I do? Acha, no, you just make a correction in the question. What wish does Miranda have to save Ferdinand from the slavish work? So what is she wishing? What wish she is having?
But then would take rest.
Lightning falling on the logs of wood so that it gets burned, and when the logs of wood are burnt up, there is no work for. So that is what she is wishing for Ferdinand. Then in play, particularly in Shakespeare's play, particularly comedies, character love at ending up in dash, ending up in dash. What is the answer? What does you have seen in Merchant of Venice also?
Hard struggle.
You don't take into consideration the struggle or something. What is the you take? Suppose if you're taking into consideration the matter of love between Bassanio and Portia, what is the end of it?
Happy.
So in classical, in comedies, in particularly comedies, in classical dramas, particularly comedies, end is marriage. So characters fall in love at first sight, ending up in marriage. Okay, don't write this hard struggle for getting their love. Nothing. What is the end? What is the outcome of it? That has to be mentioned. Then, fourth question, is carrying log of wood a menial task or a task of pride? Is it a menial task or a task of in this scene, but at the same time, and it is also a task. Carrying log of wood is a menial task. But if you take in Act 3, Scene 1, it is also a matter of pride for. Okay, so if in general it is asked, you just write it is a menial task. But if it is in reference to both, if it is in reference to act or scene of the play, then you have to give your answer accordingly. Is that classical drama is followed in Act 3, Scene 1? What unity is followed in Act 3, Scene 1? Unity of,
Place.
not place, time and action. Unity of time and action is being maintained here. Of course, if you take into the unity of place also, but that is when you are discussing in the act, find unity of place also. That's what I said. But these questions that I have given, they are in reference to Act 3, Scene 1. In general, if it is asked, then you can make a mention of unity of place also. Unity of place, unity of time, unity of action, all these are included in the play Shakespeare. That was ring 1. You will find the main, this one Shakespeare is saying unity of time and action. Okay? Some more, note it down. Unity of time and action. See, time. to time that is taken into consideration where when Miranda falls in love with Ferdinand at the first sight. That is reflecting time. And action is what? Action is actually you are getting a clue that what will be the future action of Prospero. What will be the future action of Prospero? You get a clue over here, no? He is allowing, in this scene, what do you find? He is allowing both of them to get attracted to each other. He's testing Ferdinand. So why is all this being made? It is only for the future action to be implemented. Ah, okay, in reference to Act 3, Scene 1, since we are discussing the scene just now. But after the completion of the entire play, we will be taking in consideration the critical analysis of the entire play. Then we will emphasize on all the unities brought to limelight by Shakespeare in the play. Okay? So I end the class.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
for